What if there is no association between malaria incidence and urbanization? Malaria is a deadly disease spread by mosquito vector called Anopheles gambiae, and in the World Health Organization report of 2019, it is estimated that roughly 500,000 people die every year, or better still, every minute a person died from malaria, where it was estimated that more than 90% of these deaths are coming from sub-Saharan Africa. In the same report, it is mentioned that half of the victims are children under 5. On the other hand, the United Nations in 2018 report recorded that by 2015, more than half of inhabitants of the earth will be living in cities. This leads us to foresee that it will be a big shift in the ecology of malaria. In the realm of spatial-temporal modeling of malaria, two conflicting theories are explaining the association between malaria and urbanization. Knorr and collaborators in 2014, for instance, show that there is a negative linear association between incidence and urbanization, while Hall and al. In 2005 pointed out a positive association. However, none of the two theories describe the prevailing condition for a linear association. The current study aims at uncovering the condition of association between malaria incidence rate and urbanization, and using Ghana as a case study. As you may know, Ghana represents an emerging economy in sub-Saharan Africa with rapid urbanization. As such, Ghana gathers a large spectrum of urban area from a small city to a very large city. Therefore, it represents a case study that will provide insight into conditions of potential association between malaria incidence and urbanization. In order to reach out our goal, we follow 3-step procedure after obtaining 8 types of data. The set of data is related to malaria epidemics from 2015 to 2018, population density, population health and living condition, vegetation cover, and precipitation. The first step consists to get insight into the past epidemic using multi-level model, time series analysis, and geostatistics. To explain the heterogeneity obtained, especially over years and in social demographic group, at the second step, we study linear and non-linear association between malaria incidence and urbanization using Pearson correlation and high-order partial moment techniques. At the final step, we study the condition in which the potential association is possible using machine learning methods. As key finding, there is a significant statistical difference in malaria epidemics between districts, years, and social demographic group. As we can see on our left-hand side, we can observe that there is an east-west gradient of malaria incidence, with higher incidence observed in the eastern part of Ghana. The figure 2b shows that there is an increase in rate in the malaria incidence over year, with highest incidence recorded for the age group 16 to 75, when the lowest incidence rate is recorded for children below 5 years old, regardless of their location. On our right hand side, we can observe that females have the higher incidence rate. There is not a sufficient proof that sustain a nonlinear association between malaria incidence and urbanization. Similarly, there is a significant but weak inverse linear association between malaria incidence rate and urbanization. What can then explain such a linear association? The result of the machine learning method used reveal that there is an association only when the vegetation is sparse and the rainfall low. Key insights were gained from our study, which are: first, there is most likely a shift in the pattern of the disease, with older people becoming the reservoir of malaria parasite when children under 5 are at lower risk. Second, due to gender-oriented policy implementation, there is most likely a gender bias report. Third, malaria trend is increasing over a year, leading to suspect a rapid adaptation of mosquito vector that are getting more efficient in transmitting the diseases. Finally, only sparse vegetation and lower rainfall permit a negative linear association between malaria incidence and urbanization.